This project is all about reinterpreting a double-fronted Georgian house for family living.
And with one big intervention at the heart of our design, the result is a dynamic family home full of light and character.
So come with us to find out more.
Here we're standing in the main hallway of Field House, and this is the space that links everything. It links all 3 levels vertically, so we opened it all up, and then it links all the spaces across the plan horizontally as well. And that was really important to us in the design, this idea of scooping out something that wasn't there before, creating this open volume.
Instead of doing an extension, what we did was take things away from the house. So we extracted a lot of walls to open up this space. You can see across the house, you can see up through the house, and light penetrates every part of the house.
It's actually a triple height volume, so we kept this original stair and opened it up with a big, nice roof light. And then we introduced this new stair that cuts away at the floor and links the main living spaces to the basement areas. And then a really nice touch that we then also added to that was this bridge that cuts across and links the kitchen and the lounge. So you've got this real dynamic space of circulation zones and views between all the living spaces, which we felt was really important for family life.
I really love a hallway. I think it just makes for everyday life to be more comfortable. You have somewhere to dump your things, and it also can make it feel really welcoming. You've got a space where you can give people a hug and bring them in or whatever. And now it's like this really light hub.
This had been almost a kind of slum residence, but actually it's a house that has great spaces, and originally must have been a very fine house. So it was about rediscovering the scale of those spaces, and really it's almost a process of editing what's there to be much more effective than it was before.
There's a sense of connection between different parts of the house.
And we've got enough space to all not get on each other's nerves too much, which is the real luxury. Like, we've got different spaces, but then you have these glass bits that let us see in. It feels like we're kind of together, but we're not fully. It's very nice.
Maybe the daughters feel surveilled.
I think one of the reasons we liked this house was that it wasn't a long, thin one. And the way that we live here is that we're all close to each other. And you'll find that with kids, you give them a bedroom, they don't want to be in it. They want to be where you are, where everything's going on. And so these spaces work quite well in that we can be with each other and still have a bit of space.
So this new hallway gives us connections between rooms, but also crucially, it gives us a connection from the main living spaces and down into the garden, which was definitely something that was missing from the house before.
I'd never had a garden before, and I've turned into mad, middle-aged obsessive. Because we've gone for a non-traditional design, so it isn't a lawn with beds around the side. For me, that makes it feel like a little piece of landscape, and you can be amongst it a little bit more than you might with lots of gardens. So I love that.
This was one of the first projects where we managed to experiment with insulating all of the external walls. And we did that because it's an end of terrace house. So it's exposed to external temperatures on 3 sides. What we did here was we used cork insulation with lime plaster. Those are natural materials, and that allows the walls to breathe, so you don't get this buildup of moisture, but you get the warm insulating effects of the insulation. Sustainability is increasingly important in our work, and this was one of the first projects where we were able to explore that in a lot of detail.
The overarching feeling that we wanted was for the house to feel warm and friendly, not to feel like it was excessively about status or showing off our excellent taste, or, you know, there's those things that everyone has to an extent, but it was really about wanting people to come in and feel at ease and happy.
I think what's important to us when we look back on a project is to see that we've created a space that allows the family to inhabit it. We never have the intention of designing something that prescribes how we think somebody should live. And it all feels like what we would always want it to feel like. It feels like it's their home. It's not a design that we imposed upon them. And it's really nice to see that. It just feels like it was always meant to be this way.